Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com. Industrial workbenches with integrated tool storage. And brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Better Battery Bolt. You're nuts not to try these bolts. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radios since 1977. And by Alloy Wheel Repair Specialists, nationwide wheel repair service.
It's amazing how a transmission can move a vehicle through multiple gears by using fluid pressure. Welcome to this AMSOIL Tech Tip. We're talking about the transmission pump. That's the heart of the system. That develops all the fluid pressure inside of the transmission. Here it is right here. You can see it's located on the front of the transmission. It's actually splined to the torque converter, and the torque converter is then bolted to the engine. It picks up clean fluid, we hope, Len, and then it circulates it through the system. But it's got a pretty tough job to do. So if you give me a hand here, I'm going to try to pull one apart. This is pretty cool. Take that bolt out right there and drop this down. Hopefully all of our veins and everything's intact. Talk a little bit about the shear and what's going on inside of here.
Well, what this pump actually will do to the fluid on a molecular level, and I don't know that we want to get that crazy today, but what it actually does is it acts like a cleaver. It'll just chop those molecules up. It's very, very tough on the oil. And what ends up happening then is the oil can get thin, and then you can get a pressure loss.
Exactly, and you can see it right here. These are actually a vanes type pump, and these are vanes right here. And what happens, this is splined to the torque converter, so if I spin it, you can see with centrifugal force, those vanes are going to sling out, and those things are actually pushing the fluid not only around, but we're going from a big chamber to a small chamber, and we're developing that pressure, man. Shear is a big problem here. Also heat. Now, heat, man, when it comes to the torque converter, woo, we're talking about redirected fluid to multiply torque. Manual transmissions don't even have coolers because they don't need it because of this guy. This is a major problem.
It is, right? You get it. That thing is a giant oven. It cooks the oil like you can't believe. And if the oil can't hold up to that, it'll start to oxidize, it'll start to break down, and it can create all kinds of problems downstream, like varnish and different things.
Big time. So it's important to change your fluid, and you want to change it right. Make sure you use the Signature Series transmission fluid. Go to their website, check them out there, or check one of their local dealers.
Once again, it is time for our PaintedAutoParts.com Motorhead of the Week. Now, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to be Motorhead of the Week, but it doesn't hurt if you are a rocket scientist either. Jeff Fox is an engineer at NASA, and he has been for 39 years. And when he's not working on real rocket ships, well, he's working on his own rocket ship at home. It's a spot-on replica of a 1967 Shelby GT500. Jeff found a genuine 67 fastback in 2001, and he put it on a rotisserie for a complete restoration. And he tells me this car is a project that will never stop evolving. And the power plant has been through a few different iterations since he got the car. At the moment, you can find a 427 under the hood that's making about 720 horsepower. He says the engine bottom end will handle 1,500 horsepower. So stay tuned for more updates because this guy knows all about power, both in space and on the ground. He is Jeff Fox, our Motorhead of the Week. And if you or someone you know should be Motorhead of the Week, drop us a note. MotorheadGarage.tv and tell us why. That is also the same website you want to go to if you have a product you want to see here on our show. From our crew here at Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com, we'll see you next time. So long and drive safely.